All right, so the double die system. Now, part of the problem I had here is twofold. One, we didn't actually have the ability to glam our characters. I tried. Obviously, I did recreate the floor inspector as expected. But we couldn't actually glam our characters, all right? What we could do was the die preview. Yeah, the important stuff. The important stuff. We could do die preview. I have got Fem Hrothgar. We'll show that in a second. So, here we go. Now, some of the menu is in Japanese. Some of the menu is in Japanese, but I think this is going to allow you eventually to have presets. So you could maybe create a swatch of double dies that if you wanted to like quickly swap your armor to a different thing. That might happen. I'm not confirmed that. I didn't get a chance to ask about that, but this menu at the top I didn't utilize. This one was the one where I could change the dies. So it's very simple. You have two things at the top. Surprisingly, there wasn't 8 menus to use to get to this. An improvement. It was just enable dies, and now you just have a second option. That's it. Very, very simple. So, die number 1 and die number 2. And then when that's done, it remembers it, and you could just apply it to the rest of your armor. Pretty simple. So, this is me goofing around, and I had one of the Squeenix team with me, and we were talking about it. So, if it doesn't look like I'm clicking efficiently, I'm in the middle of a conversation in real life to figure it out and get it done. Yeah, you see, I'm like showing you. So, click that one, apply that one, do this one. It didn't swap. What do we do now? Then you've got to click another one. Is that done? You know, and it changed. It was like, okay. Enable preview. Check it now. Honey Yellow was gone. You know, so we were like just working it out. But as it was in Japanese, it was a little trickier than expected. So let's go with like a yellow and red and see how that looks on the weapon. But super simple. Double, just dye them both honey yellow. Yeah. That's just learn Japanese. I didn't really have time for that. But you can see it remembers what you've done. So you can just click apply. Yeah, we were trying to talk about like one of these buttons. Don't know. Don't know. Not sure what these buttons are, but they do something. They do something. They will have a description in English in the final version, but they do something. Oh god, stash. Stash. You right click here. Scale window. Make bigger. Is that it? Right click window. Scale window. Normal size. Amazing. Absolutely amazing, right? Mind-blowing. Mind-blowing stuff. I do have some of the town. So, did I make a fem... Oh, I made like a gold and black viper outfit here. Pretty cool. Yeah, I would like to see double dies and everything else. Then I went on, this is where I started learning some Viper before going into a dungeon. Where's Fem Hrothgar? I think I did it here. At the start of the day. A little bit of UI sorting. And then, of course, it was time for... Okay, first things first, though. We must create the floor inspector. Alright? It's very important that we get the floor inspector sorted. It was important. It was important. I couldn't get my face to be as dumb as I like it. I couldn't quite land that plane to be... I mean, my character came off kind of pretty, actually. Or maybe I'm just used to it by now. Maybe I'm just used to... I tried to get the dumbest face. Yeah, they've improved it, and now I'm not as stupid anymore. I was really trying, as you can see, to get the dumbest face possible. Favorite color about option is last dye color. Oh, thank you so much, Diehelm. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Good dude. So, saved forever on the Japanese servers is the floor inspector. Saved. Nodders. Nodders. But then it was time to be a furry. I'll be honest, I didn't spend super long on this because, not for me. Not for me. I figured some people would want to see it, so I, like, you know, I clicked around a little bit. I clicked around. I did this for you guys. I wanted to play game. I want to play game. Zoom out a bit. Very small, very tall. Tail. There's different tails. You're going to be a Femroth? Really? If you missed my overview of the interview with Yoshi P, you can see it on YouTube. It is live there now on the Preach Gaming YouTube channel. It is all up for you to investigate. Yeah, that would have to be a hell of a party. Oh, for a party, I could totally see myself being a Femroth. I could totally see that. I can absolutely see it. They are, I will say this. They're very pretty. They are. They've done quite a good job. They're much more less obnoxious looking than I thought they were going to be. I'm not sure about the Smurf one. I was kind of laughing to myself while doing this, is that you could be like a Hulk. You could be a She-Hulk and full Smurf mode if you wanted to be. You could go full on if you wanted to. I was like, oh, you can make the She-Hulk really well with this, actually. Yeah, there's the full Smurf. I was laughing to myself. All different colours. Yeah, I thought it was kind of funny. I could see someone doing like a full She-Hulk cosplay with it. Hairstyles were a little limited for what we had. That was kind of it. Did the graphical update feel noticeable? We had the media... I guess we would call it like the second iteration, not the final iteration that's in the new benchmark. So, I'll be honest, I didn't notice it too much, but I don't have a keen eye for graphical updates at all. I don't care about Lalachins and things like that. I'm not bothered. Somebody more like into that stuff would probably answer that question better. It's not something I ever focus on when playing MMOs and stuff like that. It's not my, that's not my wheelhouse. Let's just put it that way. Tony the Tiger, yeah, a little bit. I'll probably notice it in cutscenes and whatever, but obviously we didn't have cutscenes because they wanted to protect us from spoilers, which was fully appreciated. I expected that. I didn't expect them to show us any story spoilers, but they went to great lengths to hide them, like removing all the NPCs from the towns and stuff. It was a little eerie, honestly. There was just nobody anywhere when running around the main city. They were like, dudes, we've taken everything out so you can't see anything. And I really tried. I'll show you after this. Yeah, the teeth. Oh, interesting one. Tidbit for you. You would not believe... I need to go full cam for this because it is actually insane. You will not believe... what the biggest request of feedback was from Squeenix. Unless somebody in another stream has spoiled it already. This was so important to them that Yoshi P told us in the initial presentation on the stage, please, will you please double check this? And then about 2 hours into the media tour, they came around to poll us all individually on our opinion. And it is a specific problem that has come up in the West. It's not a problem in the East. It's a specific Western problem. And it's because the West, the gamers in the West, has an abundance of degenerate gamers. Beards, boob sliders? Nope. Nope. You're not even going to believe it when I tell you. The problem is, the login screen is too bright for people in the West who play in the dark all the time. And it's the feedback they've had from the West that the login screen for Dawntrail is too bright. It is too bright for the people who play their lives on dark mode. Yes, I am genuinely serious. Yoshi P said, guys, can you please wait on the login screen for a couple of minutes, let the intro play, and then tell us if you think it's too bright, because the West is saying it's too bright. And then they came around and asked us. And you know what? When they came and asked me, I was like, yeah, it's not for me, because I play in a room with lights. But I know a lot of people in the West don't. And they play in the dark, and if they see a website or anything that is not in dark mode, they lose their minds. In fact, to the point where they have an emote for it on stream because they all play in the dark. And in that case, if you are playing in the dark, the login screen is probably too bright. It's probably too bright. I was like, genuinely speaking, for those people that I know that close all the curtains and they game, like, not knowing what time of day it is or anything like that, yeah, it probably is too bright, genuinely. I didn't feel good saying that, but it is the truth. All right, that's enough of Femroth. I lost interest. I wanted to sort my UI out. I'm such a nerd. I literally, on the point I froze it there is exactly when I stopped. Yeah, I stopped. I was like, okay, that's enough. Let's get the floor inspector. Let's get in and start fixing up UI and equipping gear and swapping jobs and things like that. It was important. I can't play with this UI. Like, that's not actually happening. Well, the next thing I did was go and see the main city. Media Tour 2024. Again, I'm still terrible with pronouncing this. Tuliyollal. Chris is pretty good at it. So you can see there are a couple of NPCs that you can't interact with. But generally speaking, they've removed everything. Everything is gone. Like, these streets will be bustling with people. There'll be all sorts of things going on. But apparently, whatever is in this city, whatever is here, is spoilers. Or at least in their vision, is like, if you just to see the people that are here, it would be spoilers. So they removed them all. Besides some, like, merchants. And they had to put this person in so we could actually repair. They had to put Rat Boy in. Can't live without our rats, obviously. So we could actually repair our gear should it break. They did make a point of telling us, is like, if you need to repair, make sure you go use the mender in the town. But it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Am I still sorting? Yeah, I'm sorting out keybinds. I'm sorry, I'm such a geek. It was important. I am not being a clicker. I did watch a lot of clickers at the media tour. I didn't spit on anyone. I just want to say, I didn't spit on anyone, but I was watching. I could see you clicking. And I'm getting mad. Name and shame. Name and shame. Not journalists. No, content creators. I saw you. I saw you. I'll go through the goodies in a sec. I saw you. Spotted. Spotted. No, not Scripe. Scripe is so concerned with his gameplay. I don't even think he tried the... Or he might have done later on, the new jobs. He played what he knew and just reactivated his proper key bindings. He just set up his main character. Scripe was like, I'm looking at the game. Did Jesse was at the US one. Jesse was at the American media tour, not our media tour. I can't remember what I was looking for. Scripe was there. Yeah, I'll show you some pictures in a second of the people who were there. Just give you a little tour of the town because it's very pretty. There's a nice big temple upstairs. But you can see they've removed everybody. These are the other people at the media tour who were taking screenshots and stuff like that. I think I'm assuming it was Pint or Jordan that I gave Lalafell abuse to. Yeah, the lighting's lovely. Again, this isn't even the final version of the graphics update. We had the, like the second iteration, not the third. So it'll be even prettier when we get there. Too bright. The brightness thing made me laugh out loud. And then when I was like asked to give feedback, I was like, I can see people. So there was somebody I could talk to. I was so excited. And they just say, welcome to Tuliyollal. And every NPC you can talk to says the exact same line. I was like, God damn it. There's another one, but I know by now. Welcome to Tuliyollal. That's it, Tuliyollal. Welcome to Tuliyollal. I was like, I'll find someone. I'll find someone. But nope. They had done exceptional work in making sure there was absolutely nothing that we could be spoiled on at all. I don't know why I was hunting spoilers, because I don't even want to be spoilers. I was just kind of curious if they'd missed anyone, I think. I was like more curious as to whether they'd accidentally like skipped a little bit, you know, something like that. That was the bit that was ads alert, hold the line. Hold the line. Holding. You just want what you can't have. Yeah. A little bit. Holding. Jumping puzzle? Maybe. I did ask Pint if he'd found a jumping puzzle. He said no. Because I figured if anybody was going to find a jumping puzzle, it would have been him. That's what I figured, right? That's what I figured. If anybody would have hunted down the jumping puzzle, it would have been Pint. Yeah, they confirmed there will be one. So maybe Pint's got better information than I have on that. Because I didn't look for it that long.